Hello everybody and welcome back to my Expedition 33 blind playthrough. I've decided to do my intro bit within the game itself. The music on the title screen is absolutely beautiful, but it is quite loud at times and I feel like I might end up trying to shout over the music a bit or competing with it, so I thought this might be better. And what a beautiful bit of scenery to do it to anyway. Okay, so there's a couple of bits I want to run through before we get started. Either things that I forgot to talk about last time or just was too brain scrambled to articulate. And there's some things as well that from editing that last episode I've kind of picked up on while going through it again during the edit. So I want to talk about those and maybe also sort of summarise my thoughts on the characters, the main characters so far. So for those of you who just want to see me get stuck back in actually playing the game, as always I will put a timestamp in the bar below and in the description that you can just jump ahead to, no problem, totally get it. For the rest of you, let's get stuck in. I'll try and keep this quick, but I want to sort of make sure I'm going through everything that's on my mind just so you can know what my thoughts and theories are, what I noticed last time, what I'm wondering about, things like that. I did pick up that Alan, who I assume was like leading the expedition, or he was like the one at the front questioning the old man at least. He said, how did you, like, what expedition were you from? And I picked up on that. I missed that he first said, how did you survive the Gamage? Very good point, Alan, because that guy was clearly older than 33 or had like the hardest paper round in the world. So that is very interesting. I've been wondering who that guy is. And I have a theory, but not one that I'm confident with. I don't know if I have enough information to even really take a guess right now. But it's kind of built from something that Sophie said. When we were walking through the flower market, she said, I feel bad for the Paintress. Maybe she's just as much of a prisoner as we are in this whole cycle. Like maybe she can't control that she has to change the number and the Gamage happens. Which, wow, what an interesting take anyway. I'll definitely come back to that later. But that, added with, obviously I hadn't seen the Paintress then, but when I actually saw the Paintress, I thought a similar thing. She looks sad, like the way she's kind of sitting and holding herself when she's not awake or isn't stood up. She's not sat peacefully or neutrally or like meditatively. She's sat almost like she's in sort of a state of hopelessness and despair. Like she looks, I don't know, it's hard to tell because you can't see her face. Maybe she's just incredibly bored waiting for a whole year before she does anything. But the way she's kind of got her, I'm pretty sure she had her legs up, her arms resting on her legs, on her knees, and then her head sort of like down and cradled within her arms. And I don't know, she just looks almost like, yeah, it just sort of makes her look sad and sort of in despair. So that paired with what Sophie said, I think Sophie might be onto something. Could be wrong. I've seen almost nothing of the Paintress other than that moment, so this is a whole lot of speculation. And then for that guy, so I don't know, obviously, who he is, but Gustav did say to Luna at the party that Expedition Zero is the only one that had survivors, and they made it all the way to the monolith. So I assume for them to know that, someone must have made it back. It sounded like that was the most successful expedition that we know of thus far. I don't know if the guy looks old enough to have been from Expedition Zero, the very first one. To me, he looks too young, but I'm also really bad at gauging people's ages. And also, as we know from Mael, you don't have to be at the sort of year prior to the Gamage age to go on the expedition. So maybe he did go prematurely, or maybe I'm just really bad at gauging ages and he does look like around that age. So I wondered if maybe he made it to the monolith, because we know Expedition Zero did, And maybe he met the Paintress there, and I don't know, maybe he learned something or realized some kind of truth, and maybe she is actually also a victim of whatever is going on here. And he's trying to protect her now. He knows that we are arriving to kill her. I still feel like it would have made sense for him to try and talk to us first, but we are not the very next expedition that's come after him, after his one. So maybe he's tried diplomacy before and it just never worked, so he's given up trying now. But even though we are being victimized and are trying to sort of take out what we deem as the threat, maybe he's doing the same. He's trying to protect the Paintress by taking out what is a threat to her, which is us, even though we're justified. So I wonder if maybe this whole thing is actually just two victims both blaming each other or both trying to protect themselves from each other. And maybe the old guy was from Lumiere, but has changed sides when he found out something about the Paintress that I can't possibly hazard a guess at right now. But if that's the case, I'm not confident in that theory anyway. It's only because of literally how she's sitting, how the Paintress is sitting, one comment that Sophie said, and the fact that the guy didn't want to chit-chat with us before killing us. Those three random things are what I'm basing this entire theory on, so it could fall down at any moment. But even if that is the case, then surely there must be something else involved, because if the Paintress doesn't want to do this, and if we don't want this to be done, then who's doing this? Who is victimising both us and the Paintress? I don't know. So even that theory isn't closed-ended, it's not a perfect circle, it's still a little bit rough. But that's the only thing I can think of for that guy, because why would he just kill us without talking to us? Between last episode and now, I have been given a bit of a spoiler, nothing major. I was speaking to somebody who was being very careful not to give me any spoilers past the prologue, and they thought that I should already know this by this point, so I don't think it's anything major. And I realised in the edit there were a couple of people at the party that I also didn't speak to by accident, so possibly it could have been something I should have been told had I been more thorough. So one of my two theories was that the age comes down each time along with the monolith number. So this year the number changed to 33 and it killed all 33s and over, and then next year it will change to 32 and kill all 32s and over, and it will keep ticking down and down. That was one of my theories, and that has now been confirmed by that person who thought that it was something I should already have confirmed by now. So I can't remember who it was, but somebody said that Lumiere will be finished before the monolith reaches 0, and that would also make sense because you need people to be old enough to have babies to bring new infants into the world, and eventually the number will get so low that people below that age will be gamaging, and therefore no new babies will be born, and the infants currently in existence will grow up into young children by the time they meet the gamage. So eventually, before it reaches 1 or 0, Lumiere will be over, all the people of Lumiere will be dead. I actually don't know if I wrote this down, but one thing I did realise this last time, and then all hell broke loose, so I totally forgot to say about it. What I kept referring to as the ring of light over the monolith, I thought was part of it, because it looked the same as the 34, kind of golden and glowing. I thought it was all the same thing, but then I realised when we got to shore and I saw this sort of eclipsed celestial body in the sky away from the monolith, I realised that is what it is. It's not actually anything to do with the monolith, I assume. But they do have a sun. I don't know if I can see it now. There is a sun somewhere. I did see it last time because I remember thinking that they did the graphics quite nicely. Suns in games can sometimes be a bit iffy, and I thought they did a good job. So that isn't their light source, plus they'd also be in like eternal darkness or eternal like dusk if that was their light source. So it's interesting. Do they have 2 stars? Sort of one unobstructed sun? Because that sun or that light source was being eclipsed constantly. So is that a sun that's being eclipsed constantly? Like there is a sun and something always constantly eclipsing it, moving along with it? Or, because this is a fantasy world, is that some kind of planet or something that has like fusion on the outer rim, but not to the side that it's facing us? I feel like the sun being eclipsed is probably more likely, but then what are the chances that it would be constantly eclipsed with the planet? I don't know. It's interesting. I love space. I find space so fascinating. So, of course, I'm zoning in on this, even though it's probably a small detail in this game. But yeah, I just wanted to correct it in case I made anyone mad talking about the ring and that being part of the monolith. I am now aware that that is a separate thing in the sky. Very interesting and intriguing, and I don't really understand it, but I know roughly what it is now. I forgot to mention, but when Luna was playing the guitar just outside of the flower market, I noticed she was barefoot, and I just thought that was really cool. I was listening to everything she said and making a note of it, but I also didn't realise that it was that same Luna at the party as the Luna who was playing guitar in the market. So if you wondered why I didn't comment on that, it's because I actually didn't pick up that they were the same person. I missed this entirely in the last episode, but I realised in the editing, even though it's so obvious, on the right hand side of the screen during fights, there is an image of Gustav's prosthetic arm that lights up as he sort of, I guess, builds up charge in that arm. I didn't pick up on that at all, so when I was saying, like, how was that attack weak? I had enough AP, or the blue bits at the bottom. I now realise that that's what it was referring to, and those are two totally independent charges and things you build up, so apologies for that. I'm sure people are going to get annoyed by it. I know now, so better late than never. So I'm guessing he has his prosthetic arm. I still wonder how he lost his arm, if that was sort of by choice to have this weapon of his, or if he was involved in some incident or accident or born without an arm, or something happened. And then it's been replaced with this prosthetic arm that happens to have, or that he's placed Pictos on, so he can use it to be very efficient and powerful in fights. I'm still very curious about what he was doing with his heart, and I am still wondering if he might have a sort of mechanical heart as well, or a heart condition or something, because it really seemed like he was struggling last time. So I still think there's something going on with his heart. It could just be anxiety. You know, he did go through a whole lot, so maybe it's just that, but it sounded like his heartbeat sounded normal. It didn't sound like it was racing when he was kind of like struggling and hitting his heart after he woke up. So I don't think it was, like, you'd think if it was still adrenaline and anxiety, his heart would be like ba-dum, 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 but it was kind of like normal pace, but he was still like hitting his chest and struggling. So I wonder if there's something more going on there that we'll see in due course. I don't know, but I think we're going to find some survivors. I don't think everyone survived. When Lucian was like, I'm ready to live and I'm ready to die, and I was like, not on my watch, Lucian. That aged like milk, didn't it? We never saw everybody explicitly die, apart from Alan, who I'm pretty sure is dead. We saw people get snatched away and squished and crushed and blown up and stuff, but I don't remember seeing anybody else actually definitely confirmed dead. And Gustav, it looked like he was given a killing blow, and yet here he is. So I'm hopeful that the others survived. I definitely think Maëlle would have survived. I feel like she was so built up in the... I mean, admittedly, so was Sophie, and she gamaged, but that was like a whole thing. I feel like Maëlle... I never remember seeing her in that fight. I don't think I saw her in that fight at all. I don't know what happened to her, but I feel like if she was going to die, I feel like they would make a big scene out of it, like they did with Sophie. Because she is just such a main character. So I don't think Maëlle has died. I think we will find Maëlle. I'm not confident we'll find others. I don't think we'll find all of them. And I definitely do think Alan's dead. But I'm hoping we find at least some of the other key ones. At the party, there were a lot of people we could speak to, but there were also some generic people we couldn't. So I'm wondering if we can manage to find some or most of the people that were characters we could talk to. I also remember one of them saying, "What's the plan? What do we do?" And then the other person replied, "We regroup as planned at the Indigo Tree." So I did wonder, is this the Indigo Tree? But if we're talking literal colours, that's more of like an electric blue. Indigo is more of a sort of deeper purpley blue, I think. So I don't think that's the Indigo Tree. Because initially I thought maybe that's why Gustav's here. Maybe he blacked out but somehow managed to get himself to the regroup point. But I don't think that's the Indigo Tree. I think that's a gorgeous tree, but not the tree. So I think maybe we'll come across an Indigo Tree and maybe some people would have made it there. Any survivors? I'm hoping, but I'll find out. Thank you for listening to all of that. Shall we get started? Should we start playing this game? As beautiful as this tree is, and as sad as I am to move on from it, I think we should. Okay. I'm nervous. I think after that whole, like, beach scene, I'm a little bit scared of anything. I mean, this whole place is, like, beautiful. And this little grove feels safe. And I don't know what's out there, but I don't know if it's safe. But we probably should go. Otherwise, this will be a very long playthrough of me doing absolutely nothing. So I wonder if we're trying to find the Indigo Tree. Can briefly check the expedition's status and use a chroma elixir to recover health without interrupting exploration. Press Q to show the expedition's status. Look for survival. Yes! At the Indigo Tree! I'm on it! In Spring Meadows. Yes, that means there probably is survivors. And I was right about the Indigo Tree. Well done, me. The expedition status shows the name of the current area, the expedition's current objective, bindings for exploration. Okay. And also the current health of the expedition. Like all of us? Bet it's pretty low right now. The current amount of chroma elixirs. Oh, they're the ones I've been picking up. Oh no, they're not. I've been picking up chroma, but not chroma elixirs. What does chroma elixir do then? Oh, I think it's about to tell me. If the expedition is in bad shape, use a chroma elixir to fully heal all members. I'm gonna get some friends back. Maybe it sounds like it'll be more than just Mael. Chroma elixirs replenish at expedition flags. Hold Q to use a chroma elixir. Is that what I've got 1 out of 150 for? Okay. I'm no longer dying! I guess it did say about the health of all members, didn't it? Look at me, I no longer look like a clown. What is that? Oh. Oh god, what's gonna happen? I'm so nervous. Shots are a good way to hit flying enemies as well as target an enemy's weak points. Try to aim. Shooting costs 1 AP. Aim at the Lancelier's weak point to deal increased damage. Pressed. I did that last time. Probably wasn't supposed to, but... Is it still weak there? doesn't change at all, does it? It's only if I... Oh, it's it really just shoots right through it. Okay. Do I need to keep doing that? Oh no, okay. Right, attack. We continue. That was a weirdly beautiful cutscene for that small fight. But what is that? What is this place? Oh, look at that. It's like spiky waves. It's like something reptilian. There's blood on the floor. Is that from the fight? I thought that happened over there. There's a lot of blood. I didn't get hit that badly. Is that from the survivors or from something else? It's fascinating. This almost like something indigenous, like statue or something. Need to use the grapple. There? Oh, up there I see. Okay. Look at that rock as well. That can't be natural, surely. Like over there looks like natural rock. Was that the waterfall where we were? But that looks like swells. Oh, a bench! Well, that's nice. You can have a nap and look at this green thing. Is this part of the rupture? I didn't see anything like this in Lumiere, but it's maybe, I don't know, maybe it just wasn't anywhere I went. But then I'm not seeing any of the blue rock that was covering Lumiere either. It's different here. So here has a sort of blue ethereal swirls. And a lot of this... What? Is that an old expeditioner? Their uniform's a bit different to mine, but it looks very similar. Oh my gosh. They don't look dead, they look petrified. Like turned to stone. Ooh. They're missing an arm too. Have so much in common. It's like instead of having all of the blue mineral that we had in Lumiere, it's like they've got these greenish ones. E to climb. Ooh. I'm like a monkey. Oh no, this was an expedition site. Maybe they've just been dead a long time. Is that what it looks like? These look like the same spears as the thing that I fought earlier. So maybe that's how they got taken out. There's so many though. I mean, so many expeditioners. But also spears. They fought a lot of things, I think. I wonder what number this was. There's a lot more expeditioners here than we had. And it sounded like we had more than the 34s. So I think this is older than the 34s. Yeah, me too, Gustav. Me too. It does almost look like... Yeah, they don't look... Look at this guy. I mean, I don't know. Fortunately, I've never seen a very long-term dead body in real life. I'm very glad for that, but... They don't look just deceased. Like, they look like they've been turned to stone or... Like, that doesn't look like rotten flesh, does it? So what happened to them? They were... I mean, clearly they died from being stabbed, I guess, with these poles. But then why do they look like that? And we need to collect the journals for the apprentices, if we can find one. Learn what happened to them. I doubt they were like writing Dear Diary as they were getting attacked, but we might find out a bit. How did your head end up in a rock? I think that's just clipping. Oh no! This was a landslide. It looks like it, because look, she looks crushed. I don't think this is just... So if I have this right, they died by being attacked by possibly those things with the spears. There was a landslide that also happened, potentially, and crushed a bunch of them. Unless they are just... that is just how they've unfortunately been placed. But then also they look like they've kind of been petrified or turned to stone or something. Yeah, these look like they were crushed as well. Maybe? Or maybe the landslide happened after they died. It didn't have to have all happened around the same time. There were so many of them. Not loving the creepy wall writing or whatever the red stuff is. Looks very gory. What is that? At first I thought it was like something fleshy, but look at it. It's like moving. There's a whole lot of red haze. What is through there? I saw a lot of that red stuff. Oh, oh. No, thank you. This doesn't look like a nice place to be. Oh, I want to be back with the tree in the pretty grove. I don't want to be here. What on earth? Yeah, I kind of figured something would happen. Oh, those are bodies! How is it floating? That's... Oh wait, what? That was 33 though, that's us. What's that, Sierra? No, can we help her? Oh, Gustav. Oh, was that Catherine? No, Gustav. Remember, there's still hope. Don't do it. Gustav, you listen to me.
You do that, we both die.
She's alive.
Hey. Fucking hell. Wake up, Gustav.
Lune. The others.
I know. We're the only ones left. You don't get to die.
It's just a matter of time before we're already dead. Look around, look.
This is not a foregone conclusion. When one falls, we continue. Get up. We need to find a safer place. There are Nevrons around.
Lucien.
This is not the place. The Lumina converter seems intact. It's about time we test it in real conditions.
Putain.
Sorry, I was getting her name wrong. Lune's stains. Lune's skills generate elemental stains. Their skills also consume specific stains to enhance their effects. There are 5 types of stains: ice, fire, lightning, earth, and light. Light stains can be consumed in place of any other stain. Cycle between the different elements to get the most out of their skills. Lune's starting skills are Ice Lance and Immolation. Ice Lance is an ice skill that generates one ice stain and 1 light stain. Use Ice Lance to generate stains. The Portier is weak to ice and took 50% more damage from Ice Lance.
Danger!
Some enemies can attack the whole expedition at once. Press E to parry and execute an expedition counter. Oh, that's really cool. So he's got his arm, which is glowing, and she's got her snowflake thing. It's not a snowflake, but where she had the different elements. Burn is a status effect that deals damage at the beginning of a character's turn. It is possible to be affected by multiple instances of burn, which increases the burn damage received.
For those who come after.
Stab is good. We continue. Oh, we have levels. We get to level up. Exciting.
We did it, Gustav.
Oh, she looks so happy.
Let's see if your invention lives up to its reputation, shall we?
Oh, that's a Lumina converter. I thought he just had a little lamp.
It really works. We're not dead yet.
Yeah.
Come on. There might be other survivors at the Indigo Tree.
Pictos can be equipped to increase character stats. Higher level Pictos grant better stats. They also provide passive effects called Lumina. Oh. Each character can learn Luminas associated with each Pictos. Luminas can be equipped in the Lumina menu using Lumina points and can trigger their effects without equipping the corresponding Pictos. To equip a Lumina, press Tab. Pictos, okay. Change the character's equipped Pictos by selecting any of these slots. Change the character's equipped skills by selecting any of the skill slots. Equip Learned Lumina by selecting any of the Lumina slots. Change the character's outfit and haircut. Ooh. From this menu it is possible to see the list of available Pictos. And change the character's equipped Pictos. Pictos are important pieces of equipment. Equipped Pictos are shown here. Each character can have 3 Pictos equipped at any time. Characters cannot equip the same Pictos at the same time. It is possible to sort the list of Pictos by using these sorting options. After winning 4 battles with a Pictos equipped, it will be mastered. Every Pictos has a unique passive effect called Lumina. After mastering a Pictos, it will be possible to activate its Lumina without having Pictos equipped. Very good. But I thought I had a Pictos. Because I bought one. I want to say his name was Tom, I can't remember, but I bought one, the weird Pictos. Was that a Pictos? I think it was. To be honest, I kind of like, no offense to Richard and his kid, but I kind of prefer the original. I think I'm just going to stick with the expedition uniform. Right, so can I have a moment? Is that CL? Or maybe not, or is that Catherine? Or is it a generic person? So were these were Expedition 33 soldiers, because I thought we had way less people. Like, I was just thinking of who was at the party, but there's so many people here. Can't quite see their arms. Oh, and then oh, bless him. I mean, I was saying earlier, what does Gustav look like when he's lost that hope? I guess that was what it looks like. That's been the one thing keeping him going. I'm so glad that Lune showed up when she did. And Lune's alive on that note. And generally okay. And I love that she still has bare feet. She's so cool. I cannot believe that that's how Gustav was, like, I mean, I can understand it, but I mean, look at this place. if these are Expedition 33, and it seemed like they were, like imagine these all being people you know. Like that. You know, I get it. But I hate that that's how far he was pushed. To have to feel that way. Jeez. I still don't understand what this is, though. I mean, I don't know, but I don't imagine that, what was it called? Portier? I don't imagine that did this. Like, it doesn't seem like a very fleshy creature thing. Could it petrify people? Actually, also, if this is Expedition 33, there's no way people should look like this. They should still look pretty intact. Like, I don't know how long Gustav was unconscious for, but you know, these people should only be like hours or maybe a day or something into being dead, not looking all stone and petrified. Another thing I forgot to mention, and I don't know because it was neither confirmed nor denied, but when Sophie was talking to Gustav about Lune, when she was playing the guitar, and she said, oh, maybe something did happen, and Gustav just kept quiet. So I don't know if anything happened between them, or if he just wasn't humouring that line of thought. But Lune was the one who'd kind of triangulated all of the landing based on all like her calculations and stuff. I obviously don't know what was involved, but she sounds like also a very capable, very smart, very logic-based person. And then obviously Gustav has developed and invented the Lumina converter. So I wonder if they did end up being anything. Like, they've got the expedition in common, but then also it sounds like they're both kind of they both have the same style. Like, they're both very clever, very smart, very intelligent, and calculations and stuff. So I just thought that was quite interesting. Maybe that's, if anything at all did happen, I wonder if that's where they kind of found their common ground and it sort of developed from there. Oh, grass, please. Ooh. Well, this is nice after being in literal hell. What was that? When approaching confined spaces, you will crouch automatically. A flag? Is that one of the expedition flags? Expedition flag. During your journey, you will find expedition flags set up by previous expeditions. Oh, okay. Expedition flags allow you to heal, recharge your items, learn new skills, and allocate to your character's attribute points. Characters gain 1 skill point and 3 attribute points per level. Expedition 1, is that who was here? Rest. Let's rest, because they're both looking a bit hurt. Fantastic. Don't think I can... They've not really leveled up, have they? Oh, I've got 3 points available. Okay, excellent. I think I might put Gustav's into health. Because I'm still not very good at fighting and I don't want him to be too squishy with me at the wheel. Wow, look at that tree! Oh, that's beautiful. Some marbles. Use F to attack an enemy first and gain advantage in battle. Oh. How close do I have to get? There we go. like her like swirly thing she does. Ooh. Well, that definitely looks better. Ooh, fancy.
We can use that.
Yes, we can. I love the random street lights. Now I think about it, so I thought this game was set in post-apocalyptic France because of the bent Eiffel Tower and whatnot. Like, it seems to have the architecture of France, but this is obviously clearly not our world. So it's not a post-apocalyptic version of our world, even though there's definitely some overlap, like with the Eiffel Tower and such. Because I thought maybe Paris had been blasted out into the ocean, but this won't be normal Europe then, I assume. But maybe this was still a civilized continent, and that's why there's streetlights. But obviously, not for a long time. And even things like this, like these aren't like in Lumiere where you had a lot of destruction, but it was all like destroyed buildings that we would recognize that kind of look a bit normal. This isn't our kind of normal architecture, so. But then there are like street lamps and stuff. So what did this place look like before the rupture? Aha. Oh, they're level 2 now. Can I go back to that flag to apply their skill points? She flies? Oh, she is quickly becoming my favourite character. Look at that! She could just float. Oh, she's so cool. I want to be her. I want to fly everywhere. This is so cool.
We can use that.
Interesting.
Oh no, I want to stay outside in a pretty place. Look at this place. I want to stay here. I don't want to go in there.
Is that a house?
Looks abandoned.
Why is that pinky purple?
Interesting.
Ooh.
The Indigo Tree is not too far from here. If anyone else made it, they'll regroup there.
Yeah.
Oh! I think that was everything down there. Is this all part of the rupture? Everything kind of looks like it's upside down though. Everything looks like it was stopped mid-fall from the floor to the ceiling. That's now the floor. Yeah, this looked more like a fancy ceiling and that looks more like a floor. What happened?
Here we are, huh?
Yeah. The continent. The Indigo Tree's over there.
That's the monolith. Interesting looking at the formation in the sky. It all looks like it was either being pulled towards the monolith or blasted away from the monolith. Like, that definitely seems to be the center of it all, doesn't it? What is that blue stuff? It's the same as what was on the... Hello? Is it big one?
Interesting.
Don't like that keeps changing rhythm.
An advantage.
Like almost half of the scenes that we have could be a desktop screensaver. It's strange how dark and doomish that whole monolith area looks. And then here you have like a flower meadow. Look at like the contrast of that. I love that. It's a spirit bird.
Nice.
They got some sky donuts. Oh look, that's like a statue that's been like sundered in half.
We can use that. This will be useful.
She's saying suspended time in the song. Because that was kind of what I said about how it looks like things have been frozen. Like there was a rupture, there was an explosion or something drastic, but then it kind of got frozen like that. I think that's what the song just said. Well, you can fast travel as well, that's good. Level 3. We continue. Roger, good. So we can swap that over. I can't believe she can fly. Just making him very tanky. Her very speedy.
Well, that will help.
Oh my gosh, I'm at that statue now. Oh, how weird. Oh, I hope some other people survived. I assume they have. It sounds like that's the goal. Oh, is that the Indigo Tree? The Indigo though. Right then. Flying enemies evade most damage from attacks or skills. Shooting is more effective against his enemies. Try to shoot at the ballista. Maybe they haven't been petrified. Maybe it's just the way the game presents dead people and I'm looking way too much into it. I guess maybe that's the Indigo Tree. I always thought Indigo was a more like darker, deep, warm blue, like a sort of purpley blue colour.
This one looks dangerous.
So are we? Maybe. Maybe we're about to get beaten up. Oh no, it's like a boss battle. What have I done? Okay. We've got the epic music. Ah.
Feel the burn.
What have I done? Can I flee? I guess that's on Gustav.
The expedition's not over.
Ah, damn it! I had a feeling I didn't have to. Okay. I'm not gonna win this, but... I was warned. Retry battle. I don't want to do that. No, thank you. Although... Just one more time. I don't think I can win, but... Do you think I
this
could?
One looks
Hold on.
dangerous.
Could I? Is this a thing I can do?
Nice.
Can I just do that? Okay. I didn't actually have to fight it. Okay.
Blue trees.
Something's disrupting the chroma around here. Be careful.
No, I like it. Whatever it is can stay. Look over there. Is that a person? Oh, I feel like we're going to end up over there somehow. That looks like something.
Interesting.
720? Wow. That's a lot. Wow. Just look at that. I feel like it's blasting outwards because even the monolith itself looks kind of fractured. So I feel like it's outward rather than inward. I guess that's the Indigo Tree. Oh. want to know what those two rings are as well. They look interesting. They're so different to everything else. That looks like a face of someone doing like that with like a really long pointy beard. I don't know if it's supposed to be or not. It's beautiful. It's making a weird noise. Look at these. Are they like cut down trees? They look like they were the pretty trees. Like the marbled bark. Oh gosh.
Nice.
Sounds fast.
Someone came here before and set up these handholds.
Probably Expedition 69. The Climbers Expedition.
Let us thank them for that.
Climbers, do they all have their own thing? Surely it'd be Expedition 1 because that's where the flags are from.
Something's wrong with it. Why isn't it attacking us?
Well, it certainly attacked them. An expedition journal. 81. Learn from the ones who came before.
And lay the trail for the ones who come after.
Expedition 81, René. Huge discovery. This is the first Nevron with whom we've been able to communicate. It seems stuck in this cave. Gregoire is, as usual, deeply suspicious, but this could change our entire understanding of Nevrons and the Paintress.
Okay. Who's Julian Simon? It makes sense that we'd have all of the numbers, but then Julie Simon. Interesting. I don't remember their names from our expedition.
They communicated with a Nevron.
Is that a Nevron?
The dead here don't disappear like in Lumia. Their chroma stays inside their bodies.
On the beach, some did disappear.
He wasn't a Nevron.
Something about the way Nevrons kill seems to affect our chroma.
Perhaps your friend here can enlighten us. It really does speak.
Did it?
What do you mean, light?
Did you kill these people?
Painted? By the Paintress? If we bring it light, perhaps we can learn more.
I'm not sure that's a good idea.
Very interesting. So the Paintress painted it. And just the... I mean, okay, there's so many things. So, I was right that these people do look strange. So they aren't all Expedition 33. Maybe just that one. But to be fair, that one who had been stabbed that Gustav sat next to, she looked, that's a horrible way to say it, but she looked a lot fresher than these ones and the other ones in that room. So maybe they are long dead. But their dead normally disappear, so what happens in the Gamage? Is that how it is when most people die in Lumiere? So, say I was a Lumierean, or whatever they call their civilians, and at 30 years old, before the Gamage, I had a heart attack and died. Would I dissolve in that same way, even though it's not from the Gamage? But these ones didn't, so it's their chroma. I guess that's like their life source or something, whatever is inside them. And that stays trapped, stays contained and doesn't disappear. So I wonder if, because these all look kind of stony, ashen, blackened. I don't really know what's going on with their skin, but something is. When the Gamage happened, obviously there were all the petals, but there was also that wispy, ashy black and white stuff, that chromatic stuff. Sorry, that monochrome stuff. I wonder if that's chroma. And that was like the, I don't know where the rose petals came from, if that was their flower necklaces or just part of the Gamage, but I wonder if all the black wispy stuff was like their chroma leaving their body as it dissolved and went out into the atmosphere. And then the Paintress painted him. And did she paint just this Nevron, or does she paint all of the creatures, like that hand creature and stuff? Does the Paintress kind of create and destroy? And she created him to... what was it? To bring light? To consume light? And what's going on with this wooded person? They look like they were human, but they look different. They're not all stony. They look more like wooden and viney. And it looks like they're trying to... like they use magic to stop... either to create something to climb up or to stop this building falling. Are they trying to protect the Nevron? Your light, O mistress, I sit in darkness awaiting your light. You mean the Paintress? What kind of light? A flame that lights the path forward. So when I ask what light, a pure light, I must bring forth a flame that lights the path forward. Something flammable then. Is the Paintress your mistress? What does she want you to do? She marked a path that we must walk. But here I sit in darkness. Without light, I cannot follow her. Shine. I need to shine. Well, you're already looking pretty bright. And you are sat in the sunlight as well, so it's obviously not that. So I guess, I'm sure it will probably give us a hint and we can come back. More fresh blood though. Is this one of our people recently?
Flares!
Survivors!
Hurry!
Oh, that's one hell of a flare. I'll hurry right after I get this.
Well, that will help.
We can use that.
Yeah, this looks more indigo. More so than that. These look indigo. More.
This will be useful. We can use that. We can use that.
We could light something with this.
I wondered. This will help. Give resin. Gone are the days I wandered in darkness. Oh, is that for a torch? Is that what that is? Soon I shall shine. Light it, help me shine, make me complete. A very precise shot, perhaps. Oh, this light. Long have I awaited this light. I must join the others. Where? Lead me, mistress. For the future, shrouded in darkness. You have to tell us more. Well, please, mistress. Capture light. My light, I caught only a glimpse. What was that about? The resin must have burnt out. So what was that about? I felt my mistress guiding me. I could almost hear her. I must have more light to understand what she asks of me. Shine, I need to shine once more.
What did it mean by light? Let's keep an eye out for other Nevrons like this one. We might learn something.
You're looking in better shape, at least. Okay, interesting. How am I looking? I'm doing peachy. Where was she leading them? So up there must go to the tree. So what's in here? More goodies? Yeah, more goodies.
Interesting.
Ooh. Expedition 7.
Putain de merde. Rune, watch out!
Let the ink flow.
Some enemies have shields to protect them. Each shield completely blocks one hit. Can I...
Let me help.
Take cover! A storm is coming.
Was Leo dead? Okay.
Get ready.
You feel threatened.
Watch out!
Danger!
Dodging and jumping back into
Chrome
it.
is flowing.
For those who come after.
Nice. Okay. Now we're cooking on gas.
Careful. It's building up chroma.
Charges up what? Stop that.
evade. Dodge, Gustav.
Trying.
Danger.
I'm not very good at that.
Paintress must fall!
What a cool ending. Oh, that was scary. Yes, for level 5. Is Leo okay? Is he dead?
Celebrate later. There'll be others. We should be safe up in the tree.
Yeah.
No, Leo's dead. Oh, Gustav.
Putain, nobody.
Wait, there's a message on the wall. Took mile to the weird corals. Head north. Look for a door inside a hut.
Maya.
This doesn't make sense. Who would have written this? It sounds like an expeditioner, but everyone knows to sign their messages.
Yeah, but they might have been in a hurry.
I don't know. Doesn't sound like anyone on the team. What if it's a trap? The man on the beach?
It's a lead. Our only lead. Whoever this is knows Mael. We have to go.
No. Not yet. Protocol is to regroup at the rally point and wait 3 days.
It's not going
This
to.
message feels off. If it was an expeditioner, they would have stayed here. Everyone knows the protocol.
Right, but they may have been in danger. Maybe this location has been compromised. Things change in the field.
There's a reason.
Protocol doesn't cover
There's
every contingency.
There's
You
a
know
re-
that.
There's a reason. It's protocol. We designed it to yield the optimal result in the vast majority of situations.
Was our entire team dying part of that optimal result? Look, I'm going after Maya. Protocol also states, never move solo. I'll let you choose which protocol to break.
Gustav. But why couldn't we leave a message to say, hi everybody, whoever's reading this, this is Lune and Gustav, and we are following this sign. Might be a trap. Hopefully see you soon. Kind regards. Whatever sign off we're supposed to do. There's no way. They are so logic based, but when it comes to Mael, I think if it had been somebody else on the expedition, I think he would have been more persuaded. I don't know, would he? I think he would have been more persuaded to follow protocol. And I wonder, I've thought this before, but I wonder if Lune was saying at the party, it sounded like there was a lot of pressure on her to get the landing right. She was the one triangulating like where we would land based on previous results, but you can tell she was fretting. She was like, yeah, if nothing's changed, if the roads are still clear, you know, if things haven't changed on the mainland in the last 67 years, then yes, this will work, if my calculations are correct. Like, she was already doubting herself or doubting that it would work. And none of this is her fault, but I wonder if she feels guilty or slightly responsible for what happened when we did land, because although it was based on Expedition Zero's results and what they brought back, she was the one who worked out where we would land and chose to land there, I assume. And I wonder if that's weighing on her a bit. Because, like I said, none of it was her fault. But I can easily see somebody in that position feeling accountable for what happened, because you might have thought, oh, what if I worked it out wrong, or what if I'd chosen just to spit around the corner instead, or something. So I wonder. I had a feeling she was quite logical based on the work she was doing there, and it sounds like she has quite a respect for rules and for protocol and stuff. And I don't know, I assumed Gustav was the same, and that's kind of where they aligned, was with their sort of logical work. And I don't know if he actually is a bit of a sort of free thinker and maybe a bit rebellious at times, but I have a feeling this is based on the fact that it is Mael rather than anybody else. Obviously this is his family, again, he's got that very protective instinct, hasn't he, over Mael and over the people who he's a guardian for, so I have a feeling that's the key thing here, is that it's Mael. It's pretty.
This will be useful. We can use that.
Oh. Portal. Most enemies have weak spots so you can shoot to gain an advantage. Oh, we're so close to the monolith. Open map. What is this? We've gone into like an open world bit. There's another portal thing over there. Oh, okay. Find Mael and search for a path through the flying waters. So Spring Meadows is where I've just come from. Or is that where I am now? What's that? Don't like looking at that.
So, the message said head north to the weird corals.
And a door in a hut.
That's terrifying. That's like someone going like... Okay. We head north. Oh, so it does look like, yeah, heading over to that portal. I guess we can come back here and go further later. Although, to be honest, I don't know if this works like Pokemon, where there's like higher level areas you really shouldn't go to early on. These have to be the weird corals, don't they? Yeah. Danger! Okay. Is this where we're supposed to be? It's with the glowing sheep. And what is that over there? And weird ethereal rabbits. Maybe that isn't coral. Is that coral? Kind of looks a bit like it. But hold on. Oh, hold on, I can't do this. Wasn't the flying waters like the other way? Yeah, I don't think I'm supposed to be in here. I'm gonna speak to the sheep though. Hello? At least you're alive, maybe. In your weird pink way. Is this the only thing here? Is that like the sheep god, the Lord Sheep? I feel like this is gonna be some sort of insane battle. What's wrong with your head? Is this all that's here? Are you aggressive? I don't want to attack it if it's not aggressive. But then if I touch it while it starts fights. What happened? They're like giants. If I boop it, it's going to start a fight, isn't it? Yeah. Chromatic Abbest.
Danger!
1,800?
Ready to evade.
No, you're not. That is the most deadly pink fluffy thing I've ever seen in my life. Didn't it say it was north though? Oh. I was kind of going north west rather than northeast. So it is that we're supposed to be going. What's that? Maybe we shouldn't be going places where Oh! Is that it? It doesn't really look like coral, but it does look like what's it called? Not kelp.
An advantage.
You can access the camp at any time from the continent. Press G to camp.
It's been a long day. We should make camp.
Shall
I'm fine.
we?
Let's keep going.
No, Gustav.
We won't find Mael if we're dead.
Well said. Sometimes you gotta take one step back for 3 steps forward. Oh bless, he must be so worried though.
I'm sorry about earlier. The beach was not your fault.
No, it was. I convinced Alan to land there.
So, we can rest a bit. But, the moon is bright. I want to keep moving.
Have you learned nothing from the beach?
No, I am not leaving Mael alone a minute longer than I have to.
But right now, it's just the 2 of us, and I don't want to bring Mael your corpse. We have to think every step through. The man on the beach, you saw what he did. But more than that, you saw his face.
He must be what? 50? 60? Yet he survived the Gommage. We don't know who we're dealing with. We lost everyone in an instant.
Exactly. He killed us all so easily, he doesn't need to fake a message.
Lucien. Lucien died to save me. And Tristan. Margot, they all... I am not letting Maëlle die out here. I'm taking her home.
What? No, no, no! We have a mission!
Oh, fuck the mission! Fuck the mission, Lune! What are we gonna do, huh? Tell me. What are we gonna do? We're gonna take down the Paintress, just the three of us? My gun and your sparks?
I didn't take you for a coward.
I'm not a coward.
You swore the oath. When one falls, we continue.
Yes, I know.
When one falls. When one falls. Not if, when. We knew not all of us would make it, but we continue. As long as even one of us stands, our fight is not over.
But I'm not afraid to fight, it's just Maëlle, she's...
Maëlle swore the same oath.
I know that!
She chose her life. You and I... Come on, we always said the future of Lumiere is more important than
any individual life, yes.
Do you still believe that? Do you still believe that? Do you?
I hope I do.
Fuck the mission. Really?
Sorry.
Wow, okay. We have a music thing? What, we've just been carrying that around with us? What? What is that attached to? What kind of party trick is that? That's so interesting. That was like the thing he was like absolutely beholden to, is this mission and what it stood for, and taking down the Paintress at all costs. I do think if it came down to the choice of saving Lumiere and taking down the Paintress or saving Maëlle, I think he would save Maëlle. But I think to him, her life is more valuable than... I don't know if he'd say it so bluntly, but I think if he was given the choice between all of Lumiere, yeah, or Maëlle, I think he'd choose Maëlle. But he seems almost... yeah, it seems like he's sort of doubting the mission itself. And I don't think that's because of Maëlle. I think maybe what happened on the beach just shook him up that much. I think he knew, always knew, that some people would probably die, that a lot of them might make it, that maybe none of them might make it, but I think he probably expected to get to the monolith and for all of that death to happen along the way or near the end. I think what's really shaken him up is the fact that we just got our boots on the ground and already most of the expedition is dead. I think that's the shocking thing, is that we didn't even make it off the beach before all of that happened. And I mean, to be honest, the rest of the place doesn't seem that deadly so far. Let's not speak too soon. But of all the people to start doubting, like Lune, yeah, she's still of the same mind. She's still trying to follow protocol. She's still trying to pursue the mission. So even with all the horror, she's kind of keeping a level head and still following the plan. Gustav just seems like he's struggling. Like I can understand him being more concerned about Mael than Lune is because he's closer to her. But surely the expedition, like what happened on the beach, was as much of a shock to both of them. But he seems really not okay with it. And I did think that she would be blaming herself as well. She made like the best choice she had with the knowledge she had, which was limited. But nobody could blame her for making that choice. It was the safest choice for where to land, the safest and most sensible and efficient that any of them could have come up with. She would have almost been foolish to think of landing anywhere else because there would have been no sense to it. But now, in retrospect, I can see her blaming herself for it. Oh, Lune. Right, what's this? What should I play? Lumiere. Oh, is that the music disc that I found on the Creepy Mine? She's right there. In camps, you can rest and converse with your party members. To leave camp, interact with the bonfire. Gold now.
The main continent. Hard to believe we're finally here.
Yeah.
Good night, Gustav.
No, it wasn't done. Oh, good. Hopes that one day his apprentices will read everything he wrote.
For those who come after.
Gustav heads back. I was looking, I don't want to go to sleep yet. Maybe I'm just being silly. So in my inventory I have a tint chroma catalyst that says can be used at camp to upgrade weapons to level 3. If I click on it, it does nothing. Oh, do I do it this way? I don't think so. Weapon. So I click on the weapon. Can't see anything that I can use a weapon for it. So how do I use that tint then? So weird that we can just see her from here. I know we could in Lumiere as well. Okay, I think I'm going to end this episode there. Oh, I want to keep playing so much, but I just checked the time and it's really late. This is one of those games, I think, where time's going to get away from me a bit. But it always feels like I just need to do a bit more. I just need to get to this one place, and I just need to find out just what's at that spot. And then before I know it, I'll be halfway through the game and days would have passed. I'm glad that I know that there could be, well, there have been survivors. We had Lune, we had Leo briefly. He didn't stick around for long. We know that Mael, well, we assume that Mael is or was alive. I think she is. But then, who has taken her? And why didn't they sign off properly? And hello, Jenga. Nice of you to drop in. Anybody who has the ability to read and write could have known that we were Expedition 33, because if they have seen any of the survivors or dead expeditioners, then they would have seen the 33 on our arm. So it's not like that's surprising. They didn't sign off, which we're all told to do. So it doesn't give me... And they didn't wait either, which we're supposed to do. I feel like if they had the time and the safety to write, hello, I've taken Mael to this place, look for this spot, I feel like they probably had time to say, this area is compromised as well. Because obviously, surely they'd want to keep their fellow expeditioners safe if we were going to be waiting in that area. So I am leaning towards her not being with one of us. They clearly know her name though, and that isn't something that's just written on her, like with the expedition number. So I don't know, but then maybe she could have told them, but then what would they have done to make her talk? Would they have threatened her? Don't you love cats? Yeah, would they have like threatened her or something to get her name? Or are they somebody... not one of the expeditioners, but someone trustworthy? But then why didn't she leave the message herself if she was capable to and willing? Because then she could have... It would have been more trustworthy if it said, hi, it's Mael, I've gone to this place, and then signed it off officially, and then people would know it was her. So I don't know how... I don't know how they have her name. I dread to think how that might have happened. But so far, I don't think it's looking good. Every time I think, oh, but it could be this, I can kind of immediately counter it with, like, break that logic up a bit. So I don't know what's happened, but I have a feeling it's something not good. I feel like I've been through a whole roller coaster of emotion, so I can only imagine how Gustav is feeling. I'm watching this through a screen in a world I don't live in, with people I only met, like, 4 game hours ago. But like I said before, I never saw her in the battle. You really would think that they would show Mael and the fight at the beach. I mean, maybe they did and I just missed it, but I don't remember seeing her at all. I wonder if the old guy took her. But then why would he take just her? She was considerably younger than everybody else. But I don't know what that would have to do with anything. That's like the only defining factor I can think of. Anyway, I imagine next episode we will find Mael, hopefully alive and well, and find out if she was taken, if so, who took her and why, and solve the mystery of the message. I really like... I'm very glad that Lune found Gustav, because otherwise he'd probably be dead by now. But I also am really glad that she's here, because he's getting reckless. And I can understand why. You know, I absolutely sympathise with him. But at this rate, I think he is going to get himself killed. And I feel like she is very good at talking sense into him. And yeah, they have a bit of a spat, but it seems to kind of be keeping her a bit in check. He is also pulling her along. Like, she would still probably prefer to be at the tree, following all the rules and waiting. So he is kind of pulling her along with him, but she is also calming things down a bit and keeping things a bit regulated and a bit more sensible than they otherwise would be. I feel like he would just wants to throw himself headfirst into danger to get to Mael, recklessly, without thinking, without caution, and would probably end up dead. So I think he's really, really lucky that of all the people to find him and stop him killing himself in that cave. I'm really glad it was Lune. She seems very calm, very logical, very level-headed, which is really everything he probably needs right now. I assumed Lucien had died. I hoped he had lived, but Gustav did say he died trying to save me. And I don't know if that's Gustav assuming Lucien is dead, but it sounds like he pretty much is. Like, it sounds pretty confirmed, so that's a shame because I really liked him. I imagine we're now going beyond the tree, and who else would have done that? Unless the others also saw the message and are also going after Mael. But I feel like Gustav, I can see throwing caution to the wind and throwing the rules out the window and going for it because he and Mael are so close. I don't know if everyone else would be that reckless for Mael because they'd, I think, be a bit more like Lune and be like, yes, we're worried about her, but this is the plan, these are the rules, we'll regroup and then in force go after her. And they confirmed he was, what did they say, 50 or 60? So he definitely wasn't there at Expedition Zero because, well, I don't think so, because that was 67 years ago. He wouldn't have even been a baby when that expedition left. Because if he's 50-ish, 60-ish, and that was 67 years ago, and to be on an expedition, he would have had to be old enough to at least be able to fight, even if he wasn't sort of however old the age was then. I guess you could kind of live to 100, couldn't you then, if it started at 100 or 99? Hello. Hello, okay. Oh, we want belly rubs, do we? We want belly rubs, sure. So which expedition is he from then? If he's even from an expedition, maybe he's not from an expedition at all. But that was my theory, was Expedition Zero, maybe he's like a 70-year-old guy or something. And he went when he was also very young. Made it to the monolith, ended up befriending or something the Paintress, and then became protective of her. But I mean, to be fair, that theory was never a strong one, but that kind of is adding up even less than it already was now, because he wouldn't have even been born when Expedition Zero went. That was the only one with survivors. We don't know if some of the others might have made it to the monolith. It's still possible he's part of an expedition. Oh, but then with my other theory of the Paintress maybe also being a victim of this cycle, if she could spare him from the Gamage, then clearly she does have some control over it. So that also disproves that. Oh, I kind of loved that theory though. I'm sad that it's sort of falling apart. She just looks so, like, hopeless and alone over there. I wonder what she even is. She was so tall. I mean, admittedly that whole perspective was a bit weird during the Gamage. Obviously they brought everything together a bit for the epic effect it had. Definitely worth it, but she definitely seemed massive, and she didn't seem like a human with like human skin, so she definitely seems like some massive divine or celestial creature or something. And that monolith must be huge. And when she stood up, she was like almost as tall as the number. Who is she? She's creating the Nevrons, at least. I don't know if it's all the other creatures. Telling them to gather light and leading them somewhere. According to that one Nevron, we don't know if that Nevron could have been like insane or something. We don't know, but I kind of like this, like the Northern Lights here, but it's hard to tell if that's genuine Northern Lights or just whatever else is going on with this guy. I assume it's genuine Northern Lights. Oh, I love this. It's making me think so much. And I don't feel like, the more I think, I'm no closer to getting the answers. But I really like that. I know that in time we'll get them all, but it'd be a real shame if the game was really predictable, wouldn't it? And then you were just playing through this linear story you've already figured out. I love that I feel absolutely clueless. I've got no idea what's going on. And every time I think I have an idea, it kind of gets disproven or falls apart a bit. And what would happen when it reached 0? I know that Lumiere would be done for by then anyway, but what would happen to the Paintress? Is she free when it hits 0 from whatever this is? If she's even a prisoner to it at all? Hello, Spice. Hello. Hi. You're both joining me today. I hope we find some of the others. Hopefully some of the ones we met at the party. If not Lucian, if not Alan, then hopefully, yeah, some of the others. Hopefully we find Mael. Hopefully we get some answers about the message. Maybe, I mean, it would be interesting. I don't think anyone's really got any answers about the beach, but maybe when we all get together and catch up and put our heads together with sort of what we've learnt so far, because we can share about what that Nevron said. Maybe other people have ideas about that old guy, like maybe we can sort of try and figure some of it out together. And hopefully, hopefully get Mael, and then hopefully carry on to the Paintress. To hear Gustav kind of, I know he kind of picked himself back up afterwards, but to kind of hear him like give up on the mission because he was so dead set. This is what he's been working on for so long. This is what he plans to possibly, probably give his life to for a fighting chance at stopping the Paintress. And he's still alive and he's still breathing, and so is Lune. So they're not done yet, but to hear him give up before, like when there was still that chance, because that was his whole thing, was as long as we have even the smallest chance, we can do this. And they still have a small, but they still have a chance. So to hear him just give up like that, when he was like the biggest supporter of this whole expedition, it was kind of sad. But like I said, I do get it. He has been through, like, there is no way he's not traumatized after all of this. If he ever manages to make it back or survive, he's going to be haunted by the stuff that he's been through. But better to survive and probably need some therapy and some healing than to not survive at all. So I hope that they somehow manage to do it. I imagine that's what the end... Oh, I don't know. Is that what the end of the game's going to be? This game's keeping me on my toes, so I feel like the whole plan is still to stop the Paintress, and I feel like that will be the end game boss. But then, I don't know. This game has been so full of twists and surprises. Like, who knows what's going to happen at the end? I honestly have no idea. I did not realise, I feel a bit silly now that the Lumina converter is the thing on his backpack this entire time. I thought it was some big machine, or maybe something, part of their Pictos or something. Maybe they all had their own devices. And I was like, oh, what a cute little lamp he's got on his bag. I guess that's in case we go into any caves so we can light the way. I want to know as well what's happening to all the bodies on the island that are just stuck. Kind of frozen in time like everything else. But not in Lumiere. Only here on the mainland. Anyway, we will hopefully get some answers and probably many more questions in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one, and take care of yourselves until then. Bye-bye.
Dim, dam, dadilam, vacarme s'en va dans l'oubli éternel. Et Gustave, dom guardiam, dilim, didididilam, lutes sera dodilom, seram. Dim, dim, da da da, dim, dim, da da da, dim, da di dam.